Hello and welcome back everyone to this channel, and today in this video tutorial I am going to show you how you can convert your Python dictionary, native Python dictionary into a JSON. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation, and which is the lightweight text format that you can use it for sending data over internet. So to convert your Python dictionary into a JSON, you can use a JSON module, which is a part of the Python standard library. So let's start and see how to do that. So first, import a JSON module from a standard Python library, and after importing, let's create a dictionary. Let's say that dict, and then this dictionary contains a key value pair. So here key is the name, and value is the name of the person. So here I'm going to give name like James, and then another key is age, and here the age is the 40, and then another key is the city, and city is the Chicago, like this. So you have your dictionary. It contains three items: name, age, and city. So let's create this one. Now if you want to convert this dictionary into a JSON, all you have to do is to call a dumps function. Okay, this is the dumps function within JSON module that you can use to convert a Python's objects into a JSON. So here we are going to convert a dictionary objects. So what we'll do here, let's create a JSON like a data variable, and in this variable we'll store the converted dictionary. Now let's use the JSON module that you have imported and specify dot, then call the dumps function, and to this function you need to provide the Python object. So in this case we need to convert a dictionary into a JSON, so here pass dict. So this is the dict that you've created here. You just have to pass this dict to this function dumps, and now execute this line of code. And this line json.dumps convert your dictionary into a JSON. Let's print this JSON data. Print JSON data like this, and as you can see here in the output, it converted your dictionary into a JSON. But if you see here, you may have a confusion. Like you can see here, the structure of the dictionary and the structure of the converted JSON is similar, and only difference is that in their uses. So in Python, dictionary is a built-in data type that stores data in key value pairs. Keys are unique, immutable, and they are used to access a corresponding values. And JSON is a lightweight data interchange format, and which is inspired by a JavaScript object literal syntax. And it is language independent and used for transmitting a data between a server and a web application. And JSON is a text format that uses a human readable text to represent data objects. And there are lots of uses of Python dictionary and JSON, which differs JSON from a Python dictionary. If you want to verify JSON data contains a JSON string, there is one more function in the JSON module that you can use to load a JSON data. So let's create a function def and call it is valid JSON, and pass the JSON string to it like this. Now I'm gonna like here use the try catch block, try, and it will check JSON dot loads. So this is the function in the JSON that loads the JSON data, and we will pass this JSON str to it. And if it loads the JSON data, then return true. That means if you pass the JSON data to this function, if this function able to load this data, then it means provided data it is valid JSON. If it is not, then in that case it's going to raise an error. So here accept value error like this as E, and then return false in this case. So if you pass non-JSON data to this function json.loads, it's going to return error because it can only load the JSON data. And now next, let's call this function. So here if is valid, so it's returning true or false, so that we are using it in if, and then pass the JSON to it. So here we have converted our dictionary into a JSON data, so pass this JSON data variable to it, which contains our actual JSON string, and then it print the data is a JSON like this. Otherwise, if the data is the not JSON, then it prints the data is not JSON. And let's run this code. And as you can see, the data is a JSON. So here what exactly happening, here we have created function is valid JSON, which accepts an argument, which accepts a JSON data. And then within a try, you are using the loads function of a JSON to load the JSON. If this function loads the JSON, then it returns true. Otherwise, it's going to raise error. So in this case, if it raises error, it's going to return a false. And if we are checking if the condition is true, then it's going to print data is a JSON. That means exactly this function is able to load the JSON data. And if it is not, then it returns data is not a JSON. So for example, let's say that you have here created a dict, and if you pass a dict to this function instead of a JSON, let's see what happens. Okay, now execute again this codes, and if you can see here, it shows type error. The JSON object must be string, byte or byte array, not a dict. So you can see here, this function knows what JSON data looks like, what is the structure of the JSON data, and as it deducts, it is the dict. So we're getting this error. So this is how you can verify that JSON data. So this is all about converting a Python dictionary into a JSON. You can also convert a nested Python dictionary like this. So instead of what you can do here, type your address, and this address is again JSON, and then within this, first is the city, and city name is Chicago like this, and zip code, and I'm going to give a random zip code like this, and this is the nested Python dictionary, and again convert this to, and then again execute this line of code. Now you can see here it converted our Python nested dictionary into a JSON also, and let's verify it. So to verify it, pass this to is valid function like this, and execute this line of code, and look, it returns data is a JSON. So this is how you can convert a Python dictionary or Python nested dictionary into a JSON using the dumps function of a JSON module, and also you learn how to verify it using the loads function of JSON module. So at last I want to say, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, and thank you.